Across the valley this afternoon, mostly clouds were out there, but occasionally there were a couple little sprinkles and some drizzle, especially in the lower parts of the valley late this afternoon, and that has now mostly pushed away to the south. You see what little specks are there on the First 1-5 Doppler network, mostly moving across the river into northern Mexico. So doubtful there's going to be much of any drizzle still left this evening. In fact, the clouds are starting to thin out in some areas. It's 66 in McAllen, 62 in Weslaco, and 64 in Raymondville. Not a very warm day out there. In fact, looking back, this is the coolest day of the month and the coolest day since early last February when we had a day in the 60s. So it's been about a month or so since we've seen temperatures this cool. Right now, wind speed still from the north about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's not going to be very windy out there, but a light wind from the north will tend to decrease some this evening. Now, tomorrow's a day when we're probably going to see a lot more sunshine for one, and also some warmer temperatures, but there might be some patches of clouds left over in the morning. Outside chance of maybe some patchy fog, but most of tomorrow looks to be partly to mostly sunny. A warmer day up in the upper 70s, maybe touching 80 in Starr County tomorrow, but the humidity still stays fairly low again tomorrow. So you have really tomorrow, and you could argue maybe Wednesday morning when it's still kind of somewhat low humidity before it gets a little muggier later this week. So temperatures by 5 p.m. tomorrow around 77, and by 10 p.m. in the upper 60s. And highs tomorrow, again, upper 70s, might touch 80 or a little bit here. I don't know why it says rain there, but upper 70s across the valley tomorrow, and 70s near the coast with sunshine, no rain, just sunshine and light winds from the northeast and southeast eventually late in the day. Now, you can see the clouds coming down from the north, some breaks in the clouds now and then over the last hour or so, but still fairly cloudy over most of the valley, and the clouds, though, kind of thinning some. So I think we'll see some clearing at times tonight, and that means if we do get clear fast enough, we should allow temperatures to drop off more into the 50s tonight. And future track shows by 8 p.m. still some mid to high level cloudiness, and then thinning more and more as we get toward midnight and later. And tomorrow, if you wake up and there's some patches of clouds or a little bit of fog, it should dissipate pretty quickly. Most of tomorrow is looking mainly sunny out there with temperatures, again, as you saw, back up in the upper 70s. Tomorrow night, not quite as cool, but some places could reach maybe the upper 50s or around 60 for lows. Now, Wednesday, you see the flow forecast here in the clouds. You see them kind of coming back up from the south as the moisture starts to increase. We could maybe see a few more clouds Wednesday. I don't think it's a day when it looks like this, but a day when you see the clouds kind of maybe fill the sky from time to time a little bit more than the sun. But at least a partly to mostly sunny day on Wednesday, and that could hold true for Thursday. You might see some patches of clouds kind of thicken from time to time, but either one of those days will still be warmer than today. So highs around 78 tomorrow, back up to 81 on Wednesday, 82 on Thursday. The average high is right around 80 degrees, and we should kind of hold kind of in the low 80s for highs most of the week ahead. So if you're headed toward the coast tomorrow, again, it should be a fairly sunny day, besides maybe some clouds in a few spots early in the morning. But you see winds from the northeast turning toward the southeast. Temperatures running mostly in the low to mid 70s tomorrow at the coast with no advisories, but a high risk of rip currents, so watch out for that. High tide in the morning and low tide later in the morning. And your First 1-5 70 forecast, temperatures not going too crazy for a while, staying kind of on par with typical late March numbers. About 81 for a high, as you saw on Wednesday, 82 on Thursday, and kind of holds in that vicinity the rest of the week. The tricky part, again, is the clouds. Maybe kind of in and out of some clouds at times during the day, but kind of a partly sunny to sometimes mostly cloudy sky around for most of spring break week. We'll keep tracking the changes ahead in your First 1-5 forecast coming up.